Okay, 1684, good luck. So we've not played before, we have no head-to-head score there. Well, 1900 in bullet, 2900 games there, but basically 1900 in bullet, 18 in rapid, so a good player at my level. How does he want to develop here? Okay, it's logical to transit center. I'm just debating whether to do this. It kind of invites a bit of trouble, doesn't it? But yeah, he's going king side, so I'm going to stick to the Reti principle. Okay, comes forward. So if we castle, takes, queen up. Seems fairly okay, I think. Okay, now he's played that queen up, of course, isn't a move, so I'm actually going to play b3 and just see what you're going to do there. So knight up's a move, bishop up somewhere is a move. Okay, I'm going to develop the bishop, I think, with a view to knight jumping into the center. Okay, knight comes forward, logical. My knight is not guarded here, so that's a slight problem. So I think queen up makes good sense. I see no reason to play anything else. Just guarding our knight. I don't think he'll trade, but he might do. He doesn't. So let's pop our knight forward as well. It's relatively symmetrical, isn't it? Excuse me. At some point f3 might be a move. Okay. So can we shift our knight and then try and play f3 and trap his knight? I don't think we'll get away with it, but it's a concept. I think for now I'm going to play the rook across, then maybe the knight can drop behind and not block the rook. Again, he might be looking at a move like knight out wide, but even if I retreat, takes, I'm still covering my knight. Yeah, I'm just looking a bit further down the line to see if f3 might actually be a move, but my knight needs to shift first. Now, if we trade here, my knight is then stuck. Knight back might be required here. Trade, yeah, I think it probably is. I'm going to play knight back. Just clicking my little fan off there. Right, let's trade that bishop. Now the knight can nicely jump back in here. He's gone with the knight. I'm going to go back in and hit the bishop. So if my rook was guarding my queen, it would be easier to think about trading here, but that isn't the case. Okay. Do I take... I don't want to completely clog it all down. I'm going to push the pawn just to guard against f4. Yeah, then maybe I might bring the rook back. I might have put the rook on the wrong square. Just with an idea to try and open it up at some point in time. So he comes forward. So I'm actually going to spend a move doing that now and threaten to start opening things up. I guess I'll pre-move in case takes. Don't think he will, but he could do. Okay, so now we've got a chance to take. And then we can actually take a knight here. Has he blundered here? Depending on how he does it. I think we can take. Depends what he does this next move, but there might be a knight takes or a knight takes if he doesn't take back. But he might do, he might spot it. We might have bishop takes, or we might have bishop takes here with a check. So if we play bishop takes, you lose your queen, so you can't take back. So that's a pawn. Now, knight check is not a move right now, so I think we simply come all the way back here. And now we try and activate the other rook at some point. So this is fairly well guarded. Oh, that's a chance to get rid of that bishop. We've got a nice knight, but we can get rid of that dangerous bishop. I do a push on here first. Actually, trade and then pawn forward looks nice, doesn't it? That looks nice, because it's a dangerous bishop, that in the longer run. I think I'm going to push on here. Try and open things up a little bit. Again, you still can't take because the queen pin. If you push on, we can just take. Well, there I can just take. Now I can trade here, I think. Even if you go with a rook, I'm perfectly able to just jump out of the way and my rook's adequately guarded. So I think we just come back one here. Okay. So we're going to trade one and activate our rook. Maybe can I get away with coming into the centre first, pressure the pawn. Queen down's a bit annoying. So across, down, check, king up, trade, rook up. Not sure how I want to do that. That's what we'd like. I think I'm going to just centralize the queen. We hit the pawn, so there is a threat there. We pressure this pawn, and we want to try and get our rook into place somehow. Right now we're playing kind of like a piece down, but rook across now. Then if you come down, we can always just play rook up and tuck the king away. Obviously watch out for the back rank issue, but... oh, does that give us a chance to play queen up and force a trade? I think it does. I'm going to play it. Then we're the first one to attack the pawn, so rook check, I just step out the way. I mean, obviously you can run the queen back if he doesn't want to trade, but then we can try and activate our rook. But we're the first one to attack a pawn, so check, I just step up. So here, do I gamble and sack these to try and get this? It feels like a mistake. So down, rook down, up. Here, no, it feels like I should go this way. I hit two pawns. Rook down, I think I push up. And rook either way, I then take. Okay, that just puts my king on a better square. So I advance, and we're still attacking this pawn which he can't defend. Got to pay attention to the clock. We're both down a minute and a half-ish now, but that's a valuable pawn. So if I come across now, takes, up, takes. I'm outside the box, so that's no good. So we want to trade this one first. And then just come here at some point, or just run down the board. Let's go up 2 to fix this pawn. Obviously I could come across, well maybe not now. So let's just run the pawn up the board. Then at some point I can bail out and collect, and it should be winning as long as I don't run out of time. But it's perfectly possible to do that, of course. Let's take. But his king can't actually get further in to dislodge me, so there's no real threat, I don't think. Okay, but does that allow a simple across? Rook across, I just take. Yeah, I think that allows rook across. Okay, now we're just going to queen. Just a few little inaccuracies, and we still got a minute to convert, so we managed a good win there. So let's see how we actually played it in engine language. So we've got 44 moves, so they're the move times for both players. I'm not bothered if there's any technical blunders, like there's any quicker way to win or anything. As long as we win the game, that's the main thing, and hopefully avoid any really bad blunders, but they do happen. Okay, so we played a pretty good game there. 96% versus 89% accuracy. The CPL is 18 against 43. You see, there are plenty of mistakes in the little graph. It's going up and down in lots of places. So a lot of slight little mistakes, even though there's nothing particularly highlighted there. But we've just built a gradual advantage out of the opening. So even in this position, we're 0.5 better already, and we've managed to basically just broadly maintain it. So in this position we've made a slight mistake here, and just saying we should have actually taken the knight first there instead of dropping back. So we should have actually traded the knight in the middle instead of dropping back there. And in this position there's a key mistake. This will be where we end up winning a pawn, I guess. Yeah, so that's plus 2.7 now. And we did maintain it, so we traded in the right way here. We gained a pawn. So the bishop trade was okay. Bishop knight, it's gone down 0.1, so it's maybe not the very best move, but it's not a mistake really. Very slight dip coming up here. What was that? So we've got a very, very slight dip here when we were just simplifying. But it feels like it was always better for us here. Yeah, queen down was a move, and I thought I would just step up and step up. The risk is you can check and get rook down, something like that, and it might actually be dangerous, but I was looking at this sort of concept with a king. So it could have been dangerous, but we've converted in the end pretty well. So it was a decent game, but well done.